We're going to have some resistance up at 98, 38.11, 28 and 37. Support's going to be 76, 68, 58, and 46. All right, let's see what we're doing this morning here. I'm assuming everyone can hear me. Somebody type in a yes, no, maybe. Oh. Can anyone hear this? If not, I'll just keep posting the numbers. That's a good trade. Coming down into our 76. Hey, Brad, am I coming through? I can't tell if I've got speaker problems or not, or mic problems. Testing 1, 2. Well, it says everything's working good on this end. We got down to 78. Good morning, everyone. We're coming down into the 76 range right now. Since we got down to 78, the 76 has been working pretty good. If you're in the 76, you're getting paid off. Question is how long do you stay? I wish I could answer that for you. Well, we got up to what we get back to. We got the high 79.50 in there. Personally, I wanted a little higher. I wanted it back up in that 81 area. But, you know, if you're going to try and hold it, then you got to figure out where, where your loss is going to be at. We have a little news coming out at 8:45. How big a news, I'm not sure, but we don't have a whole lot of news out today. We've got some at 8:45, a little at 9. I think they're natural gas reports. Oh, so you are hearing me, huh, Brad?
Yes, I am. Loud and
Good,
clear, five by
good, good.
five.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
That's no problem.
My voice is a little raspy today.
Yeah.
That's what happens when they cut you
Yeah.
side by side.
You go in there at one person and they do a little procedure and you think, oh, I'll come out okay. But man, it takes its toll on you.
It's funny. It's usually not the first day or the second day. It's the third day, which is
Oh,
today.
yeah. That's when all the drugs wear off.
That's right. Got to go back to the drug pile.
If you're still holding your 76, we're coming up in that 81 area. So you're getting paid off on the 76.
I posted the opportunity for individuals to sign up for the service as a subscriber.
Mm-hmm.
Mauricio, did you do that yesterday? Or Krish? Hey, George, how are you? Zahra, how are you? Everybody else, good morning.
Question for you. The color codes on like their initials, does that mean anything or they're just different color codes? You can tell me what it means later. It's no problem.
I think they just updated the software.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to look into that.
Because, sometimes they're green, sometimes they're red, sometimes they're blue. And I'm going, okay, maybe that's a certain code there. I have no idea.
Yeah, like subscription status.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to do that, even though I know who it is and who it's not.
Yeah.
I threw some people out yesterday. No offense to them, but no offense to anybody else. But if you're not paying, you just can't stay.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Well, if you held your 76, you're doing really well. You did really well on it. Now you got to make up your mind what you're going to do with it. Our next level below is going to be 68. $11, $28, and $37. Good morning. How are you this fine morning? Mauricio, am I saying that, pronouncing it correctly? If I'm not, I apologize. I'm from Texas. We mess everything up around here. Our 76 is holding. So far, it's holding. We've had a high up to 91 at 91.50. So next level up is going to be 98. And we're coming back to the 76 area again. Imagine that. We've got a little news right here at 8:45. I don't know if it's going to be, it's a PMI number. So whatever it was, it didn't seem to move this thing much. The next level below is 68. I've got a little bit of support here at 71, 70, 71 area. And they can't make up their mind what they want to do with it. We've got a 29 VIX this morning, so till they get tired of rocking this thing around, they'll pick a direction here a little bit. Let's see, really. It's just chopping right now. It looks like they want to line it out one way, then they turn around and they tank it back down to that 76 zone. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Right now, it's just slow go. No, I'm anticipating it. I I believe we need to see that 98, but will we? I have no idea. There's no place to get long. We're not at really a level. You want to be careful in here. We're bouncing around that blue band. We're trading on both sides of it. Came back to our 76 again. Next level down there is going to be at 68. You want to keep your stops in. This thing can turn around and run a long way. Got down to 65. You know, only your 68, it's giving you an option to either scratch the trade or see if we can make it back to like 75 area. And we got back to 72. Say we got to 72. 72 and a quarter. So you should have got paid off on that trade. If you want to try and hold it to into that 75 area or hold some. You know, you're wrong. We're going to be wrong below that low. So if we take out that low, then it's not going up. So if you've got a 68 long, you're going to have to be out at probably 64.50. Maybe that's too much of a too much risk for you to take, and that's okay. You know, every one of us has different risk tolerances. Oh, come on. At least get a 76 out of the trade. There we go. That's more better. Okay, we got our 68 paid off well. I got in, I got out, I got in again, I got out. Oh. And I got reason I got in the second time was that's what the price action said that what we should be doing. Other than that, anytime that you take a level the second time, the probabilities go up that you're going to be wrong. So we try and take a level just once. Now, if I have a reason to take a level again, I will, but I have to have a reason. I have to see it. And the price action said that's what we should be doing. This is a Thursday. Not that that really means anything. It's a Thursday. There's a little bit of more news coming out here. I think 9. Let me check it and make sure. Let's see, at 8:45 we had the composite PMI, and at 9:30 we got some natural gas reports coming out, and 10 o'clock the ethanol and the oil stocks for the weekly. So what that does to the market, I have no idea. But I was looking to get long this thing so I could buy the the 91 area up there. But that's just there's nothing. It's bad to have an opinion because you do. Solid's right. You do trade that opinion. The but every trade that I put on, I have an opinion about. So I had a good reasoning to where to trade from. I can see us coming all the way back down into that 70 range again. I can see us going all the way up into that 98 area, 97, 98 area. The question is are we going to go up, touch that, and turn around and come back? Or are we going to go down, then up? Who knows? So we're just trading what it's doing at the moment in time. Our next area is going to be up at the 98. And we should have went to that 98 yesterday, and I think we got up to what 90. 95.50. And we had a 96 number. So, it doesn't matter. Are we going there? I have no idea. If we go there, would it surprise me? Not in the least. We also know that we had a high last night of 97. And I had that number hanging out there from yesterday, that 98. We had that high of yesterday afternoon at 95.50. Now, I gave the upper end thinking that this thing may just tap on up with a little power. Well, it hasn't done that. It's just kind of meandered up. Which is okay. Just watching price action. I'm looking for it to get back into that 86 range right there, 85. It's done it. I'm out. That was a price action play, pure and simple. We wasn't at a level, but that's what price told me that we should be doing. So there's a lot of trades going on just in these first 30 minutes, just besides the levels. Is there any questions that I might ask? I mean, answer for someone that I know in the room, that when you come into the room, what you're basically paying for is basically Saul's expertise to come in, sit down, give you these numbers every day where you don't have to do it. You can learn to do it. You can take his course, and or you can just pay the monthly fee and don't worry about it. But the name of the game, I don't care what we're doing, is to be making money at this. And if we're not making money at this, then it's time for us to go do something else, because we're going to lose all our money in our account. If we don't, we'll blow it out. Doesn't mean we're not going to lose. We're going to have some losses. But the thing about it is, the losses, if we control them, we'll have enough money to come back tomorrow, the next day, and the day after. And at the end of the day or the week or the month, we'll have a profit. I'll be right back. Well, imagine that. We're back to the 76 area. I would not take that 76 this time around because I'm looking at 72 to 68 area. There, come on, don't make a liar out of me. Get on down there. There we go. Now let's see if we can touch that 68. 68.50 area, 68 and a quarter, somewhere in there. I know that there's a little bit of resistance or support here at the 70. But I would look to touch that 68 or 68 area, let's put it that way, not exactly 68. But that 70 may be strong enough to not let it go down there. I don't know. Anyway, I am out of the trade. In these chop markets like this, for me, the type of trader that I am, I can do okay in them. I'm a good chop trader. And we all suffer when this thing just takes off in one direction and won't let anything rotate. I know we've been the first 45 minutes and we're just about where we opened at. Where did we open at? We opened at 83.50. I need a close below that 76. Back to the blue band. this is where you get in trouble. You know, I still believe in that 68. And it's just a belief what it should do, but what they will let it do, it's going to be two different things. If you notice, and they're holding it above that 76. They may take it all the way back to the 91 area. We don't know. But the longer I sit in this thing, and the more it keeps chewing and going in the opposite direction, it just the less that I want to hold it. Uh, that little part that says I'm wrong, instead of we all want to be right. I guess that's just human nature. And I'm going to give you a real good example of what not to do. I am short this thing at 69. And we're probably going to go to 91, if not higher. So I've taken a bad spot, and I didn't get out. I had plenty of opportunity, had plenty of time, and now I'm turning it into a loss. So I'm telling you, don't do that. That's just dumb. I mean, you're just giving them money that you made this morning back to them. Now, I still believe in that position down there. But the question is, I'm almost 10 points down right now. So the question is what do you do? Maybe your account can't stand a five or 600 or $1,000 drawdown. The most I stand to make out of this thing's only 10 points. I'm suffered a 10-point loss, and it's not finished yet. So there's just, we tell you these things to keep you out of trouble for us doing things that we know that we shouldn't do and we do anyway. So, for me to sit in this trade and I'm sitting in a drawdown, I really have to have a conviction that's where we're going. So even with that said, I would have been better off by getting out, getting in at a higher level to come back down. I would make whatever I lost on that lower level. I should have been out at probably no longer than 82. Take a 3-point hickey on it. Get out. No, don't do that. Show everybody how stupid you are. Just, I'm sitting here thinking all of this stuff to me. So, you haven't done anything that I haven't done. And I think the 91 area is probably a pretty good target to the upside. So it's better to stop yourself out, to get out of the trade, than it is to sit through the drawdowns. I went down 10 points, even though I make 10 points. I could have made 15 or 20 points by shorting it again up there. But if you short it up here, where are you wrong? Well, you're going to be wrong about that 85, that 95 area. So now that you sat down through a good 10-point drawdown and it's coming back down to your entry point, do you jump out? I've suffered, I got $500 back. Or do I go ahead and sit in this thing to the trade? Well, somebody says you should have got out. It's better to get out at a scratch than it is to hold a bad position. That got me out. If I lost a point on it, that would have been okay. But after we're in bad trades, the only thing we can do is manage the money. We can't make it go where we want it to go. But now I'm hard-headed. I can see us going to that 91, 92 area, if not higher. But I also can see us going to the 68. And I'm going to post the numbers in the chat. That way some people came in late. There's the numbers we're trading off of. So that's the second time it gave me an out. We have chewed that blue band to death this morning. We're trading on both sides of it. This is a chop zone. This is not a good spot to be in. Then you think, okay, I'm going to add another one. Well, I could. My account would stand it, but problem is, am I making it worse? And the reason I'm telling you this is to make you stop and think the process that you as a trader will have to go through. What do I do? What do I do? Well, there's an old saying, when in doubt, get out. And that's probably a pretty good saying. Okay, we're not going where we should be going. So I need, if I got out at break even and it goes back up, I need a reason to get short. I need a level. I need an area. I need a pattern. I need price action. I need something. But I have been sitting in this thing for a while now. And trades like this just wear you out. And here we are. We're back to a decision point again. This is the third time that we've been down here that you could gotten out. That we have bounced off that area right there, the blue band, and bounced up. So that might ought to tell you something. We're just not going down there. We're going to have to get below that. So if I were to get out down there, and where would I get? I would have to say anything below probably 78.50 area. I think we would go on down to 60, 68. But you're not sitting in a bad spot at that point. You're just so I've got two possible targets right now, 92 and 68. And I can't tell you which way it's going to go. I have faith in that 68. I am still sitting in this thing. I've had 4 opportunities to get out of this thing, more than that, 4 or 5. And here I sit in a drawdown to a loss. That process there is not good thinking. But then you wonder, okay, if you're telling us this, and why are you doing this? Well, I'm trying to tell you this so you won't do this, because it is a mistake. Now, it's a belief that I have. And this is where your beliefs get you in trouble. We're not trading what it is. We're trading what we want it to be, or what we think it's going to be. And so they will come back to bite you in the butt. Now, are we going to hit both of these targets? Probably. But if you're on the wrong side of this thing, you're sitting in it. There's no sense in other words, if I wanted to get long to the 91, I can't, because I'm short. So my money making factory is shut down right now until it goes and gets me in a position that I can make money in. My factory is shut down. I can't make any money until the market goes in my direction, even though it's going against me. I guess that's the important point. When you're in a bad trade and you're not stopping yourself out, your capabilities of making money has that just about stopped. So I'm begging you, I'm pleading you with you. It's better to miss the trade than it is to stay in a bad position. I don't care what our beliefs are. And with that, I'm taking some of my own advice and I'm going to get out or at least put my stop up there at the 79. So, I scratched the trade. See, we're back to that 76 area again. So, I've had an awful lot of areas to get out of a trade. We've got one level down there at 76. And if you look at it, we're going to have to break that 76 to really get on down there. I cheated and took an 84. My stop is at 84, 84 and a quarter, one tick above where I got in at. My last entry point was at 79. Yeah, stopped out again. And I had to back up and look for a better spot. That's what happens when you run the stops too tight. You take a chance of it stopping right here and rotating and going all the way back down, or you take a chance that it's going to blow through and go up. But we don't know which it's going to do. But 84 was not a level. 86 was our pivot. So if you're a pivot player, 86 would be a spot. Yeah, we're coming up into that 91, 92 area now. So I finally got out of that 79. I took the 84, went down, moved the stop in to break even, and got stopped out. And here we are trading back up into this 95 area, which was the 97 was the high of last night. And we have a number up there at 98. That ought to bring us back down in the 88 range. Come on, get on down there. Let's see 88. I'm not looking for big swings now. I'm just looking for, let's put some money in the bank. We should have touched that 88 and a quarter. But you take a little bit and you go to the next one. And this has been one big chop zone today. I was looking for that 3750 today. We got down to the 88 area. We also need to get to that 98. Guys, if anybody has any questions, now's the time to ask. We're twiddling our thumbs. You know, we got down to 8850 area. We should have touched that 8825, but it didn't do it. Or at least I'm updating these charts here. We'll see in a second. They'll reload this data. Sometimes my charts don't keep up with the price action all that great. Now 8850 was my low on that 1 minute chart. And we should have tagged 8825. But I'm not going to go chase it because I know that 98's out there. So we wait. Yeah, we're coming back to our pivot. It is just one choppy little market today. Yeah, we finally got the 88.25. Or did we? No, not yet. I'm not in this trade. It's just price action said that's where we should have pulled back to. Okay, finally it did. We're pulling back down into our pivot zone, which is at 86. We got support down here at about the 83, 84 area. Plus we've got a pivot at 86. So, and we're coming up on 10 o'clock.